Hey guys. Hey guys, my name is Em Etetim and I am a Lagos-based vlogger. So as you can see in this video, this is called a 23-year-old living in Lagos. What is my experience so far and what is the cost of living like? Basically, the reason I'm making this video is because I made a video about what 500 naira can get you here in Lagos, and then somebody was like, oh, can you make a video like this but about cost of living? This video is going to be under the category moving to Nigeria because it is only targeted to people who are trying to move down here. And if you're trying to move down to Nigeria from abroad, that means that you actually live a kind of lifestyle outside Nigeria, and if you're coming here you might want to kind of live a similar lifestyle. Do you get what I mean? So I'm going to be covering cost of everything if you're trying to live the basic lifestyle that is lived outside Nigeria here in Nigeria. I feel like in a country, in every country, at least there should be some basics like 247 lights, apartments, running water, and things like that. So I'm going to tell you guys the cost of everything, and I'm going to tell you in naira, and I'm also going to tell you in dollars for those people that are trying to come back so you can relate better with it. Now, I'm going to start with renting an apartment. So here in Nigeria, well, in Lagos, so you guys don't crucify me, I stay in Lagos, and I stay specifically on Lagos Island. I stay in Lekki, but it's not Lekki Chicken. So it's even further, a bit further away from Lekki, but still on the island. So now the cost of a standard apartment, because my brother stays here on the island as well, and he also moved back from Canada. So basically he wanted the kind of lifestyle that he lived outside, and when he came back he had to search for an apartment that was fully serviced. Here in Nigeria, when they say an apartment is fully serviced, it means that there is, of course, running water, and also there is 247 light. I think sometimes there's a cleaner that comes to clean their apartment, even though sometimes you have to pay them, you know, just a little amount, maybe like $5, 1,500 naira basically. If you're looking for a 3-bedroom apartment on the island in Lekki, this is the amount it goes for. So the apartment we're living in right now, it costs about 2.3 million naira, and that is about maybe $6,500 for an entire year. And you know that if you're staying abroad, that $6,000 for an entire year is literally goals for a 3-bedroom apartment. Okay, let's break it down. So $6,000 for an entire year, it's about $500 a month, which is actually very good if you think about it. This 2.3 million naira covers all the services that comes with the apartment, the maintenance and everything. And this apartment, if you can see this closet at the back, it came with the closet, so that is good, although you still have to spend a lot more money on furnishing. I think from calculations and everything, if 3-bedroom apartment is about 2.3 million, it's possible for you to get a lot cheaper 1-bedroom apartment on the island. Though if you're going to the mainland, that's a different story, and I don't know about that. So if you're trying to live the kind of lifestyle that you lived outside, that means you have 247 lighting, right? So here in Nigeria, what people do is they buy generators. I don't know if you're allowed to use generators in apartment buildings, but I know in my apartment you are not allowed to. You pay for light using a key card. I don't have one here right now. So this is what the light card looks like. Basically, you load the light every month. At the beginning of every month, you are asked to pay a minimum amount of 70,000 naira. For some people, that can actually last you maybe the entire month, depending on how you use it. But for 70,000 naira to last us a month, we literally have to use just one AC in the house and maybe one fridge. But if you're trying to use everything in the house, then you might pay up to 150. So when it comes to light bill, it depends on what you are using. Honestly, in this house we don't have iron, because iron actually uses a lot of power. I don't use hair tools. Like, I take my hair to the salon for it to be straightened or for it to be curled, because we cannot do that in this house. It's too expensive. I know 70,000 lasts us maybe 2 weeks, then we pay another 30 and another 30, so we pay almost 130,000 and we still don't use an iron, you guys. So in total, when it comes to rent and when it comes to lighting, you're going to be paying between $8,000 to $12,000 in a year. To be honest, at the end of the day, even in dollars, everything actually is equivalent or even less than what you pay outside Nigeria. Now when it comes to food, if you're trying to live the kind of lifestyle again that you lived outside, I know when I was staying in Hungary, we had open markets and we also had stores where you can buy groceries from, grocery stores. Yeah, that's the English. Here we have the same thing. We have SHOPRITE, which is like the grocery store, which is expensive. In Hungary, I used to buy like 20,000 naira was enough for me to buy monthly groceries, and including body, you know, care and whatnot. And then maybe the last week of the month I'll have to replace a few things. But here in Nigeria, you might end up spending, if you're going to SHOPRITE, you are going to end up spending about 60,000 naira in a month if it's just 2 people. But if it's just you, maybe you can end up paying like 40,000 naira. 40,000 naira is about $100. So you end up spending like $100 on your shopping. If you're going to the open market, however, you're going to get things for a lot cheaper. For just you, for a month, you could get things for about 20,000 naira. Honestly, here in Nigeria, we have a lot of places where people sell things by the road. You could buy meat, you could buy all of those things. I think the prices there are equivalent to the open market prices, but the good things that they're just close to your house. You literally do not have to go into the markets to get things. When it comes to clothes shopping, yeah, for clothes shopping, there's a few places. The only places I know that I've even thought of shopping for clothes at is BALOGUN market, but we have so many options. Now, for those of you that usually shop online, not gonna happen. The only place you can shop online or use your card to pay or delivers to Nigeria is ASOS. Okay, Amazon delivers to Nigeria as well, but I don't know who orders clothes from Amazon. Like, I don't know. Fashion Nova does not ship to Nigeria. The last time I tried ordering from Fashion Nova, they accepted my order, but the problem was that they refunded my money a few days later, saying that the order could not be completed for some reason. So basically, they do not ship to Nigeria. Yeah, besides ASOS, there's a place here in Nigeria called Mr. Price. I think there's a few other Nigerian stores as well, but those ones are pretty expensive. When I was in Hungary, H&M was my god. Okay, so Mr. Price and H&M are almost the same when it comes to pricing. You can find jeans for like 5,000, which is basic price. You can shop from Instagram stores. The only problem is that you might get scammed, but if you do your research properly, you can find places that you can order from. I've never ordered from an Instagram seller because, I'm sorry, my trust level is this low. Then 2 other places, BALOGUN market, which is to me my favorite, because I know that I'm leaving soon and there's no point investing in clothes that I want to keep for a long time. I might as well be spending way less for clothes, knowing that I'm not going to take any of them out of the country. So I usually go to BALOGUN market, and I have a video on that in case you want to see. Their prices are really low. And then finally, there's a place called YABA market. I have never been there, but I'm about to make a video about that market very soon. And there, that's like second-hand market where you can find things for like 500 naira. YABA market is like a thrift market where you can buy things for $2, $1, like $5. You can mostly find Zara, H&M and things like that because it's a second-hand market. We're moving on to water. The reason why that is important right now is because I stay on the island, and on the island 90% of the time the water is brown. The water is brown, you guys. On the mainland the water is good, but on the island the water is bad, and the reason is because the island is man-made. Most people don't use the water to bathe, but I do, because I cannot even come and die. You can't use it to brush, you can't use it to cook, you really can't use it to do anything. But sometimes some people are very irritated by it actually, and their skin starts to break out. But like, I cannot come and die. The solution to that is that some people buy bags of water, pure water, put it in a bucket and bathe with it. So instead of using water directly from your shower, you just bathe with that. That's a lot. Like, that is a lot. What we do is we buy water almost every 2 days, but a better solution is to get a water dispenser, which is going to save you a lot of money. Finally, because I don't want this video to be too long, we have transportation. So I said in my previous video about regretting moving back to Nigeria that I spend about 20,000 to 30,000 naira a month on Taxify, and people were like, oh my god, you spend too much, you can manage, you can jump bus. I'm just like, no. Okay, if the bus system here in Nigeria was the same as, or even close to the transportation system outside, I wouldn't mind it. It is much safer, but here in Nigeria the risk is too high. You guys think I spend so much? I know somebody that came from the US and she spends about 20 to 30k in a week. That's why this video is only targeted to people who are trying to move to Nigeria and not people living in Nigeria, because if you're living here in Nigeria already and you earn your money in Nigeria, then you better be finding shortcuts. There's another method of transportation, which is the bus system, but trust me, you don't want to use the bus. No, you don't. Finally, we are going to talk about the Wi-Fi. I don't want this video to be too long. Okay, so we have different Wi-Fi services, different Wi-Fi companies here in Nigeria. And especially if you're trying to live in Abuja, Lagos or Port Harcourt, you're going to have options for unlimited Wi-Fi. But if you're staying any other place, I'm not sure of everywhere, but I know for instance in Akwa Ibom and most places here in Nigeria, they don't offer unlimited Wi-Fi services, just your data, phone data. For instance, we have Entel. This is what Entel looks like. So you could have a Wi-Fi service that looks like this. This is like a MiFi. So this one you can carry around here in Nigeria, and you can have actual routers that you can of course connect to the wall if there's 247 lights. And we own 2 different Wi-Fi services, and this is the reason why. So we have the Entel and we have the Spectranet. The Spectranet is the actual Wi-Fi router, and this is just a MiFi. The reason why we always have the Spectranet is because this one, this Entel right here, for instance, in the last 2 days it went yellow, meaning that the network was unavailable. 2 days straight, something we have paid for, 2 days straight there was no network. And this happens very often. So whenever it happens, we switch to our Spectranet. That's the problem with these services sometimes. And because of the MiFi and the actual router is literally the same thing, it's about 17,000 naira a month. So it's about $47 a month for unlimited Wi-Fi, and it's actually not the fastest, honestly. This is because apparently it is actually capped. So most of them are capped at 80 gigabytes or 100 gigabytes. So they never really have unlimited plans, basically. We also have some that you can install on your roof. And for instance, that one is called Wi-Fi.ng. The cost of installation can run you almost $100, but then per month you only pay about $30 a month. Do you get? Wait, is it $30? You pay about 20-something a month for Wi-Fi.ng once you have it installed already in your house. We would have used that option because it is much cheaper, but the reason why we don't use that is because in our apartments nothing is allowed to be installed on the roof. So wow, that's the end of this video. Hey guys, I really hope that you enjoyed this video, because I was just trying to tell you what a basic lifestyle that you live outside before moving to Nigeria looks like, or what the cost is if you're trying to settle here in Nigeria. So as you can see that overall the pricing is very equivalent to living abroad. Honestly, it's just that here in Nigeria people will see it as a lot more expensive, but the reason is because the amount you earn here in Nigeria will never be equivalent to what you earn outside, especially if you're putting in the same effort. I don't know if you get what I mean. So this is what it costs to live a basic life in Nigeria. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you have not seen my other videos, make sure to click here for that video. Or is it here or there? It's on this side actually. So I really hope you watch my next video. Okay, thank you and have a wonderful day. Bye.